Good morning. It's Thursday, February 13th. I'm losing my voice for some reason, but today we're talking about Nissan doing its thing. Less screens, meaning making cars more affordable, actually. And Mr. Hendrick paid a lot of money for a Corvette. But there's more to the story. It's an amazing
story. You're going to want to stick around for that one. So far this week, the third story's it's been ringers, so don't miss this one.
No, the third stories are really good. They're really good. We've been releasing a lot of the content that we've made over the last couple of weeks. Today, a new episode of our Auto Collabs podcast. We have John O'Donnell of the Wanata, Washington Area New Car Dealer Association talking about the contribution of car shows to car culture, which is kind of ironic because myself and my wife Sarah and Nathan and Danielle and Spencer and Amanda and Al Kutri, we all went to a car show in Syracuse last night, and we did get to see some nice cars.
Yeah,
you know, I think car shows
they need a little Sodukan in them.
They need a little touch of a Sodukan in them. Yeah. And I've been to a lot of car shows. We both have actually.
Yep.
There's an let's just say there's some opportunity in white space.
Opportunities abound. Yeah, I mean, I will say the Wanata car show, like they do some really cool stuff there, like experiential design exhibits and things like that. So I can see how John O'Donnell feels that way, and like that it's
a priority
shows in the country. So I think
and a big stage too, DC. It's pretty cool. So you can get that by just searching Auto Collabs. You can also go to our YouTube channel. Actually, we don't talk about our YouTube channel enough. It's an easy way to get there is ASOTube, ASOTU.be, ASOTube. Go there. You probably will land on that page and be really surprised that there's a ton of stuff that we create that you've never even seen.
Yep.
Right. So a lot of that stuff, a lot of interviews, a lot of fun stuff on all the socials. Actually, social team's doing amazing. Carly is crushing. Spencer, Miles, Nathan, just everybody kind of chipping in and making it all the cool stuff.
You know what I love? I like if you're not paying attention to our socials, I pay attention to our socials, and it's not just because I want to engage with what's going on. Like I am not a part of so much of our content because like you do it or Michael does it, or I forget that was said, and it's like it's good little reminders, little short clips, easy to watch.
Yeah.
So check out what's going on in the industry. It's kind of all over our LinkedIn, Instagram now. You know.
Yep. Also, we have NADA show sessions. It's another podcast where we were at NADA. We talked to a lot of people. We have Susan Ramier of Lot Links. We had Carla yesterday. We have Suzanne today talking about helping dealers know good versus bad AI tools. If that is not a relevant topic of conversation, I don't know what is. Actually, we're working on the sessions right now for a SoduCon in May, and you know, we go topical and we wait until now to do the sessions. Everybody gets on our back. Hey, when are you going to release the sessions? We get it, right? Just because some other shows like have the sessions planned out a year in advance, but we try to keep it as tight as possible because if we would have picked session topics 90 days ago, half of them we're not even talking about anymore. So now we're in the window. We're in the 90-day window
we're in the window where it's all going to be relevant. It's going to be great.
Which, by the way, if you haven't gotten your tickets last night,
you got to get your tickets.
ASOTUCon.com. Trust us, the topics and guests are going to be nuts. We're working on them right now. We're going to be releasing them soon, but it's going to be wild. You want to make sure you get your tickets so you can get your hotel room soon because we literally take up every room in this hotel. We did it last year. We booked it out solid, and we will do it much sooner this year. There are other hotels, but if you want to be in the event hotel, get your tickets early. And I just want to keep talking about ASOTUCon. I was telling so many people at the car show about it last night, and they're like,
"You were like, there's a better way."
It's what? and like all I could say is this: it's like it's the highest concentration and volume of dealers outside of the NADA show. I can say that wholeheartely.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
Get yourself to a SoduCon.
Get yourself there, fam.
North Annapolis is beautiful in May.
Yeah,
it actually is. All right, we should probably talk about some news.
Let's get into some news. Come on now.
All right, Nissan CEO Makoto Uchida is taking drastic steps to pull the automaker out of financial trouble, announcing factory closures, job cuts, and executive downsizing in a renewed turnaround plan. It's coming as Nissan has reported its second straight quarterly net loss, forcing a total reevaluation, especially after the merger talks kind of fell apart with Honda. Nissan has been leaning all in to the turnaround strategy. The company's latest financials show an operating profit drop of 78% and a net loss of $89.5 million in the last quarter alone. They plan to close 3 factories by 2027, starting with its Thailand plant in April. U.S. production shifts are cutting back at the Smyrna, Tennessee and Canton, Mississippi plants. The company's slashing 9,000 jobs worldwide, including 6,500 in manufacturing, and return to their stair-step dealer incentives.
Saw that.
A practice it previously vowed to eliminate and not go back to. Nissan, they recently pulled out of their merger talks, like we said, and CEO Uchida said, quote, "Can we continue to survive as a standalone company? We've been discussing that for some time now, and this is the big subject matter." So, like, no answer there. Like, he didn't answer the question.
You saw reports earlier this week already of Foxconn potentially bringing up the conversation again to get involved. Obviously, a massive tech player and looking for a platform to exercise all of the tech and hardware that they have. It's consistently shocking as a Nissan dealer. I am sure at this point, I had multiple messages with Nissan dealers that I know that were like, what in the world you pulled out of this thing with Honda? I thought that was the saving grace. Like, dealers were actually excited about that option.
Nissan dealers.
Yeah, Nissan dealers. Maybe not Honda dealers. But hey, yikes. They're trying.
I know.
See.
I mean, something will happen. I did see a story yesterday that Foxconn kind of changed their tone a little bit, saying we're not trying to like acquire or buy Nissan. We're just trying to be like a very strong tech partner. So, I mean, that changes the tone a little bit, but they have to do something. So Nissan dealers, if we can do anything to help, or if you just want to like talk about some stuff or have us, get some information out that you want us to, like get across.
Yeah.
The
like
body,
if you've got some ground level stuff that's helpful for the industry, let us know.
Yeah. Let us know. We'd love to help you cover it. Speaking of car tech.
Stop. Segue.
I like this, actually. I like this a lot.
This one's interesting.
With rising vehicle costs, automakers are looking for ways to make cars more affordable, while European brands like Stellantis are reducing costs by eliminating infotainment screens. U.S. consumers currently have no option to do that, though. Some automakers in the EU are exploring decontenting existing models to lower production costs, and eliminating in-car screens can reduce costs associated with wiring, sensors, software development. That packs a lot of costs into the vehicle.
Wow.
European models like the Fiat Grand Panda Pop and the Citroën Ami are replacing traditional infotainment systems with a simple iPhone mount and a USB port.
Wow.
Many older luxury vehicles, such as the Porsche Cayenne and Audi A3, lack modern phone integration, despite their expensive infotainment systems. So they're like, you have all this integration, but you still have to hold your phone and like use the maps on the phone because the one in the car isn't good.
It's not connected.
From the Jalopnik article that we quoted, or that we took the story from, said, quote, "Give me a car with manual windows, optional air conditioning, and steel wheels. While we're at it, let's get the average transaction prices down below $30,000. The American auto buyer has been living fat on the hog for too long, and rolling the negative equity into another new thing no one can afford isn't the answer." So obviously they got a couple opinions in there.
Jalopnik always has opinions. I love it. But also, hey, look, we just talked about a $9,000 electric vehicle over in China yesterday.
Yeah, with autonomous driving capability.
With autonomous driving capability. So it's possible there. Obviously, a lot of government subsidies we've heard from multiple people that have been over there. This is interesting. I don't know if you saw in our daily email today, actually, at the very, very bottom, there's a running story out there about how, so this is a Stellantis brand Jeep in the US, like people are getting obliterated with pop-ups for subscription service.
No way, on their infotainment screen. I would lose my mind.
Over. Yeah. So like, hey, we're either going to remove it or we're going to utilize it. Like Stellantis, man, the ups and downs right now are so intense because you see them like winning with dealers, doing the Super Bowl commercial, figuring out the consumers want to buy the way they want it. And then you got, trying to figure out how to do infotainment system right. Like it's
what's next? What's next? A survey?
Oh, no.
Survey requests? Or how was your ride? 5 stars. There's nothing more annoying to me that when I pay for something, like I've paid for an app or like QuickBooks, Intuit, they're the worst offenders. I hate it. Like, yeah, I log into QuickBooks online.
For all your stuff.
We got all the things, and you log in, and I can't get to what I want without like tennis racket defending against pop-ups about some product or thing. If that happened in my car, Hey, do you remember the original Amazon Kindle? You could get it like super cheap, almost free, if you allowed them to show you ads on the home. Is that still a thing?
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
You could buy
there's
it,
like
and it was like
$99 Kindles and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was way cheaper back. It was like $29.
Yeah,
it's
just an ads placement mechanism.
Right. I thought that was actually really great. At least you know what you're paying for. But I love the idea of a car, a low cost entry level car that just has a little dock where you can put the phone on, a little plug where you can plug it in, or if they don't have to worry about the Bluetooth. It's like gotta plug in, right?
I take it. Hey, I'm not mad about it.
I love the way everything on this works. I wish I could say the same. I've yet to meet a car infotainment system that I liked.
No, not native. No, definitely not.
It's like, no. And it's always like when you find one you kind of like, it still feels like you're like playing the best of the worst game.
Best of the worst. That's exactly it. It's tragic.
Speaking
of things that aren't tragic.
Yeah.
Stop. Segue.
Time.
If you don't know, we have a daily email. You should get it. If you don't get it, it's you can go to Osodu.com, sign up right there. But this morning we ran this story about Rick Hendrick, who just made history at a Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale auction, shelling out $3.7 million for the first production 2025 Corvette ZR1.
Woo.
But this one wasn't just about adding another black on black VIN 001 Corvette to his already massive collection. It was much more. It was about giving back. Every penny of this bid goes straight to the American Red Cross to aid disaster relief across hurricane and wildfire victims. He has now raised over $25 million through charity, through auction bids. Proves obviously that dealers aren't just about selling cars. They're out here changing lives. And from our writers, they said, turns out you can love people more than cars and still own 20 Corvettes.
Sounds like a good consolation prize. I mean, I'm staggered at this, actually.
It's wild.
What a way to do a car auction. Yes, I get the first production model. Yes, I paid through the nose for it. I mean, like, what's this car worth after they produce all the other ones? I'm not a big, what's the value of that Corvette? 200 grand? Like,
there's no way it's that. I mean, it's probably a few hundred grand. It's a 001, right? You know, that's
And so it's really cool though to just see this constant giving back and focus on charity. Even in the article, it talks about Mr. Hendrick even goes down and he does the work. You know, he goes and he volunteers his time for the American Red Cross. So it's really great to see it all come together. And I think it's just another one of those things in automotive that quickly gets
we got
buried.
to see the deck of the webinar for next week with Wide Whale.
Yep.
Spoiler alert, this trickles down into the way that their employees interact with customers. So don't miss the webinar, because
got some
the way
data
the
on
leadership
Hendrick
interacts with the community, with giving back, has definitely trickled down into consumer interaction.
Without a doubt. And Nathan, our producer, just put in the notes the 2025 Corvette ZR1 starts at $174,995. So a bit of a premium, but all proceeds go to charity.
Boom. Dealers, baby.
Dealers, baby. All right, it's Thursday. Valentine's Day's tomorrow, by the way, if you didn't notice.
Oh, boy.
So, like, you write a little note down. You're welcome for that one. But get out there. Take care of all the people, not just the person you love.